I was in school and in 100 level, and this guy came and he was like maybe 7 years older than I am. And he came, I like you, how can we have a relationship and all of that? And I said, and that was how we started. He was very abusive. This guy beat Shege from my life.
In a relationship?
Yes, I was in 100 level. He would beat me on the road, in a restaurant, in the school. He will come to my lodge. He will beat me in the lodge so much that this curtain handle, right? He will remove the curtain handle. He will use it to beat me. He beat me to a point that I broke my eyes. My eyes were blood clotted, and this place was so dark that I started
Were you
using
married
glasses.
to him?
No, I wasn't.
You were in a relationship?
In a relationship, yes. He would come to, maybe he calls, and he was in his family house with his mom and his siblings. Maybe he can just call me now, where are you? Or he sees a comment on my post on Facebook and a guy comments beautiful, and I reply, oh, thank you so much, dear. He will pick the next bike.
That?
Yes. We will pick bike to my lodge and he will beat me. He would beat me so much and injure me. This was going on and I became popular.
For beating?
Yes. People knew what was happening. He would beat me until one day when his mom told me that if I know what is good for me, I should better go. He would beat me in the mom's presence. He would beat me in her presence.
And you had no one to report him to?
Nobody. I had a mentor, Dr. Kelechi Okoro. She's popular. I told her about it and she said I should come to Lokoja. I was in Aingba where my school is. I went to Lokoja to meet her. I was in her house. And then she said, I'm giving you this money. Go to the police station in Aingba and go and report this guy so that they can get him arrested. I said, okay. She gave me the money. I came back to school and I gave him the money.
You gave him the money?
I gave him the money. We spent it together.
What was it like not having a family member you could tell?
I don't know, because we had no relationship. My siblings and I, there was no relationship, so I couldn't. In fact, my siblings will be hearing this for the first time. Yes. He beat me so much. In fact, I had scars, I had injury, and in fact, there was a time he kidnapped me and my friend, my roommate. He kidnapped us. We were in a place just because I said I was not interested anymore. He said she's the one leading me astray. He kidnapped the two of us with some cult-looking guys, kidnapped us in a room. They beat us, they slapped us, and then seized my phone and said, I want to go and meet someone else after all he has invested in me.
Investment of beating?
I don't know. And he says so.
You did it for how long?
I think 2 years.
Wow,
yes.
Now that's a long time.
Yes, from day one of the relationship to the last day was beating. Maybe we can go 3 days without beating. And I'm not saying to spank me small, no, to kick me, to hit me. We'll go to a restaurant to eat and maybe I just say something. And the slap, it will beat me from there.
What do you think gave him the audacity to do that?
I think because he knew I had no one. He had observed and he had seen that I had no one to come to my aid at the time. We were always together and he knew that he had never seen daddy calling. You can be beating somebody and you see the mom calling or the dad, and then the victim picks the call and says, daddy, somebody is beating me. There was nothing. There is no big bro calling or big sis coming or daddy or mommy or Uncle Peter or Uncle James calling. There was nobody. He knew he held me hostage for days. I can't move an inch. I can't do anything. While that was happening, I started a foundation in school. I was barely 18 years old. I knew that I had a problem, and I knew that there were 1001 ladies in my shoe. I picked cardboard papers and I wrote, say no to domestic violence. Say no to this, say no to that, say no to mental this. I wrote it plenty and then I went to meet girls. I said, please come, let's lift these placards, let's take pictures, let's protest, let's go on the road. And then they don't understand where I'm coming from. I started it with so much aggression in school. I was barely 18.
Wow.
So we held the cardboards and we took it to the streets in school and we took pictures. I opened a Facebook page. I started writing. I had a lot bottled up to say. Things that I couldn't tell my siblings. I was writing them, making it look like I was telling another person's story at the time.
Or you were telling your own story?
Yes, but I was telling my own story. What I experienced from my dad. It sounds really casual, right? But every single thing I went through is like I grew up with an emptiness inside of my soul. A very deep emptiness that you can't get through to me. We can have a conversation, but yes, you won't get through to me. You won't get through to me.
You've walled yourself.
Yes, exactly. And I was walking like somebody without shield, somebody without comfort. I was like an orphan. And then I had siblings that maybe they could stand like a mother or like a father. Nah, there was nothing like that because they had their own struggles they were going through. Different levels. They can speak about their own experiences now as I'm doing, and I'll be like, this thing too was happening to you while I was going through my own.
Wow.
Yes, that was how it
Till
was.
today, your dad, did he ever find out that you dated a guy who was beating you like that?
No. We can never have such conversations. We can never.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he is. We can never have such conversations.
While you were going through that abuse from that guy, where did that leave you mentally?
The kind of cry that I've cried in my life, in my small life, I was always crying and I was always bitter. It built so much anger, resentment, pain, and I pass it through words. Yes, but my words they are poisonous. Now, I was not able to keep good friendships. There are people that I knew that God sent them to my life. I chased them away with the words from my mouth, even with my actions.
Wow.
Yes. You can't, when we are having this little misunderstanding you and your friend can just have or something, I will finish you with my mouth. I will curse you.
And the relationship would end.
I remember I had a friend, we were really close and everything was going smoothly. And the last thing she said to me was, I don't know what you are dealing with, but you need healing. That was the last thing she said to me in 2020 or 2021. That's the last thing she said to me before we officially broke up. We were having back and forth, talking, issues here and there, and she just told me on the phone. She said, Ufedo, I don't know what you are dealing with, but you need healing. And she said, when I came across you, I now remembered what she said to me. It just came to my head. It hit me so hard. And I was like, wow, she was right.
You didn't know you needed it.
I didn't know. But when I started my foundation, even though I did not register, I couldn't afford to register at the time. And I was carrying placards up and down. I was writing. I was ready to gather ladies down to talk to them.
Wow.
So something was missing. I knew that the message I was passing needs to come with healing. I did not have it. So I couldn't give what I did not have.
Wow.
I just sparked ladies and I was talking. But this healing I wanted people or ladies to badly have, I did not have it. So I dropped it one side and I said, I will come back later.
Wow.
In the future. So when you came around and I was watching and I was listening to you, I was crying and I said, this is what is missing. I know it when I see it. I said, this is what is missing. This is what is not there. This is the emptiness. This is it. I said, once I have it, I was telling God, I said, I don't know, maybe the things that Apostle know, help me to know them, because I need people to hear this. Let people know. There are a lot of people that are going through what I'm going through. I was more concerned about other people getting healing, but I did not focus on myself until you came around.
Wow.
That's when I knew that, I need to work on myself. I need to do something. It's bad. When my fiance came into the picture, his presence too now made me to realize that there is a big difference.
Wow.
He came from a family of love. In fact, when we went to Ibadan to meet his parents and I saw them hugging, holding on to each other, they were praising God, they were praying together. The love was was a surprise.
You were shocked.
I was shocked. In fact, I didn't want to leave Ibadan.
Wow.
I didn't want to leave because it was new to me. It was strange.
Wow.
Do you know that, in fact, before we went to Ibadan, when his mother calls him every day, his father calls him every day, how are you? How are you doing? Sheti Jeon. I will get so pissed and angry. Why is your mother calling you? Why is your father? Why are your siblings checking? Why are you checking on each other? Is it normal? Please, I will get so, when I see his mom calling him, the anger will just build in me.
Wow.
Why is your mom? No mom has ever called me. My dad has never.
Wow.
When I saw that they were calling him, there was so much love to give. I was like, no, this is a red flag. Yes.
You considered it a red flag?
Yes, I said it's a red flag that his siblings, there was so much love. It's not possible.
Wow.
So when we now went to Ibadan and I saw that they were not pretending, no, there is love here, there is unity here.
Wow.
I was amazed. And now God did something for me.
Yes.
His mom is so in love with me. When she's calling me and she's hugging me, she can just be kissing me and be hugging me and be holding me. And I'm like, wow. In my mind, I'll be crying. I'll be crying. This is what I'm missing. She's not my mom. And she has a lot of love to give to me. I'll now begin to imagine what I have missed from my mother.
Wishing you had that.
Yes, I had that. I do not know what it means to have a motherly love. If you experience it for a while and it goes, you can say, I have an idea. I don't have an idea of what a motherly love or even a fatherly love, what it means at all. I remember days I was in so much pain while I was at home because my dad would call me a child of shame, a child of disgrace.
Really?
He would, no blessings at all. They were all curses. When he's angry or you do something just little, by maybe you break his glass cup. Oh, you are cursed.
Wow.
Yes, it was that bad. There were days that I would just be in the room and I would be crying seriously. I took the Bible and I tore my Bible. I taught because I was a praying child.
Yes.
I was a praying child. I could see things before they happen. Now you can be carrying a baby and then I'll just see a flash that the baby falls from your hand and I'll tell you that baby will fall. If you're not careful and the baby will fall from your hand. I had a beautiful relationship with God as a child. I was like, God, why are you letting this thing happen to me? I took my Bible, I tore my Bible. I said, God, you are wicked. God, you are evil. I started calling God names. I tore my Bible and I threw it. My life was still going the same way. I said, it's better. Just follow God. Whether things get better or not, just you have nothing to lose. Just keep following God. I went back to God. I apologized and I said, please, I'm sorry. It was pain that made me. And one thing with me, when I'm talking to God, I don't talk like I'm praying. I have a conversation. I sit down and I say, see, God, I know you are here. Do this, do that. And he answers.
Wow.
He answers. When I was with my ex, No.
Your other one?
Yes. While I was with him, I was very bitter. He wasn't hitting me, but I was used to being beaten. I want him to beat me.
Really?
Yes, I want him to beat me. I would provoke him to a point of getting a knife. Beat me, harm me, do something to me, like beat me. You don't love me, beat me. It was so intense. Now he would do a lot of things maybe wrong, and I would want us to let's fight, beat me. He won't beat me. He would tell me, he said, I would rather break up with you than beat you.
Wow.
But I just wanted him to beat me because I felt it was a norm, it was correct because of where I was coming from.
You felt that you deserved it.
Yes, that I felt like if I do something wrong, he should beat me. That's the punishment maybe for
as a woman.
Yes, should have if she does something wrong. Or maybe when there's a small misunderstanding. And it was when my fiancé came into the picture, he made me understand that it is possible to have a relationship and a marriage without stress. He said his parents had it. I said it's a lie. It's not possible. We must fight, oh. I used to say that to him, we must fight. He said, see, when I'm talking, he looks at me like, sometimes you say, God, this is not what I want. God, this is not what I want. You say, God, this is not what I want. God, this is not what I planned for. This is not what I want. I'll be like, I'll always say, Farabale. That's what I used to say. I'll say, calm down. He'll be like, no, this is not what I want. And I'm like, you said, his parents had, in fact, till today, they have a stress-free relationship. No quarrel, no issue. He said his mother has never grumbled Neither
Wow.
has his father ever screamed on top of his voice.
Wow.
I said, it's a lie.
Wow.
He said that's the type he wants to have. But I now remember I had to search deep inside my heart, and I asked myself certain questions. Is this what you really want? Is this correct? Is this right? Then I now remembered prayers I used to pray as a child. I told God that I want to have a good marriage, a beautiful marriage. I want to love my children passionately. I want to be there for them.
Wow.
Everything I did not enjoy from my mom and my dad, I want my children to enjoy it. I was saying to myself that I want people to look at my children and they are jealous because of so much love I and my husband, we have to give to them. When he came into the picture again, he started, when you bring a bad water and a good water, you will see how dirty the bad one is. But before the good water comes, you can say, let me manage it. But when the good one now comes, you can see how dirty it is.
Difference.
But yeah, you can want the good water. I was willing to manage myself. I'm going to say, a man will come and marry me like this and I'll just go. But when he came into the picture, it was clear that I had a big problem. I had a huge problem. And he was very patient with me. He was teaching me. But I would scream and I would shout. I would talk. I would say a lot of things. And he would just be quiet. He's so scared. At a point, he was so scared of me.
Wow.
He can't say certain things to me. He would be careful. He would be counting his words. Maybe he wants to have a conversation with me. He has to prepare for it and maybe rehearse. You understand? And one day he sat me down and he opened everything up to me and said, this is how I've been feeling. I can't talk to you. I can't do this. I can't do that. When you came into the picture and I said, let's leave the church we are attending and come here. He was so, oh, let's go. Shebi is what will make you progress.
Wow.
I need to change you. Let's go. And that was how.
How has been your journey of healing since then?
Oh, it's been so beautiful. Like I said earlier, every Sunday after service, I would ask him, please, so are you seeing change? Are you seeing difference? And he'd be like, yes.
Wow.
There's a lot of difference. There are times when maybe because we work together. There are days where he will do something to me. The me before, I will say things like I will curse him. I will say things that
When you say curse, are you saying like literal?
Yes. I'll say it will never be well with you.
Really?
Yes, I will say so. I'll always say that. But he will do something to me now. Something in me will just tell me, calm down. I can maybe just hear your voice. Calm down. It's okay. It's not that bad. Just chill, wait. And I will obey. I'll just be calm. Just be calm. Then when he now comes to me, I'll start smiling. But inside of me, when I'm alone, I'll be like, did I just let that thing pass? It's not possible.
You go back.
I want to go back. That's, this is not me. This is not me. Me, I will go back. I want to go back. But then I will go back. I will just hear it again. Stop. Calm down. Go back. It's okay. Relax. Now, is that bad that I don't care who is around? I can fight in your presence.
Before,
not now. I don't care who is available. I don't care. Maybe his relatives. They said you just have to. Even if you are the shouting type, pretend. I don't know how to pretend. When people are around.
You grew up, yes, like you said, in a very dysfunctional place. Mom was missing. Dad was not available.
Yes.
You dated a guy that was 7 years ahead of you while you were a teenager, which I want to believe that you did that because you sense that you could be safe.
Yes.
And this guy turned out to, your first experience of love turned out to be someone that was beating you.
Yes.
From your lecture halls to your hostel to everywhere. It became a normal thing that you expect that you don't even see embarrassment in anything.
No.
Like anything can let people know what's the problem.
Yes. And how funny it sounds, I was so in love.
With who?
With the abuser.
Sorry?
Yes, I was.
The guy that was beating you?
Yes.
You loved him?
Yes, even with the beating. I was.
After the beating, how do you guys usually end?
My favorite drink is Chivita. He will buy me Chivita and chicken. That's my favorite combo.
When he's done beating you?
Yes, he goes to buy
what
that.
kind of beating are you? No beating is palatable though. What kind are you talking about?
I'm saying the kicking, the punching, and the kicking, and then I was explaining that the iron that holds cotton. Yes, he will use it to beat me.
Like wipe?
Yes, I'll have swollen body. He beat me to a point that my eyes became blood-clotted and hair was so black. I was using glasses and then somebody saw me on the street, say, you don't go follow person husband, the wife don't beat you. Not knowing that it was the man I was dating that was beating me.
Then he buys you chivita.
Yes, then he brings, when I'm done crying and crying, he brings chivita and chicken. And then hugs me and pets me. That he's doing this to correct me. He's doing this because he loves me. He wants me to be better. And then, in fact, after each beating, the love I have for him increases. It was that bad.
Could it be that there are women right now who are suffering the hands of abusers?
Absolutely.
Because there's nowhere to run to.
Yes, absolutely.
And one of the reality of coming from a dysfunctional background is that it takes a good man to know that you have no family to fall back to, and will not use that to take advantage of you being alone. And I want to say a big thank you, first and foremost, to your fiancé. Thank you for being a good man. I just have to say that, because what you are saying is just so deep, and we cannot tell the number of ladies who are currently going through abuse because the guy feels your family is not treating you any better. You've come a long way. You've journeyed from bitter to sweet. But there's a part also that I want to ask in respect to your relationship. When people who don't have parental figure that they relate with, father, mother, no relationship, usually it is difficult to relate with in-laws. In some cases, either male or female don't even know how to talk to them, will miss their calls, no remorse. Did you go through that episode?
Yes. I don't like phone calls. Phone calls give me anxiety because I'm not used to people calling to check on me. When you are calling me too frequently to check on me, I can block your line and tell you that it's network. It took me time to be able to accept pure love, good love. Even when he came into the picture, I was finding it difficult to love him because he wasn't bringing abuse vibes.
You needed abuse vibe,
yes,
to love.
Yes. So he wasn't bringing it. He was too cool. He was too calm. He was too good to be true. He was too good that I wanted the pattern I'm used to was trying so much to press a button that maybe will bring that wild. There is nothing I ever did that made him. He has never raised his voice. Sometimes I would be craving for it, but I wasn't getting all of that. His mom would always call me, not just his mom, people that are trying to show me love. I would not take your calls. I will not take your calls. His mom, sometimes his mom will say, she calls me Ife. You said?
Did I offend Ife?
Yes. Did I offend her? Kini Moshe. Hope everything is okay. Then he will tell me that, call her back. I saw the call, but I would say it's a missed call. Because she just wants to say, how are you? Have you eaten? There was a day that we had issues. He had had it to here. And he said he's not doing it again. Let's go our separate ways. And
I just want to say something to people who are watching right now, because this is one aspect that God has graced me in, and I want you to understand that usually when people are coming from a traumatic past, particularly background, if you confront such individuals with confrontations all the time, you lose them, because life is already that hard, and it takes quite a level of effort to break into the point where you accept it. I mean, this is really deep.
The issues in my family was so much that I got tired and I was looking for ways to just kill myself. I went to the place where we keep medications, and then I packed, maybe the medication I packed can fill up this place. And I was just swallowing. I didn't know what they were for, but I was just swallowing and swallowing and swallowing. I saw different syrups. I drank them, hoping that, okay, maybe I'll just choke, and then my mouth will foam and I would die because I was alone in the house. I swallowed and I was sitting down.
How old were you?
Maybe 8. Yes,
what?
Yes, around 8. I swallowed them and I just sat. I was happy because I made this because of the Nollywood movies I've watched, that maybe they will just swallow something and they die. So I was very happy. I said, finally, all these pains will be over and I'll go to heaven and meet God. I took them and I went quietly. I went to sit on a chair and I just sat and I was waiting that I will die. I just sat 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I didn't feel sick with The level of medication I swallowed, there were so much. I was waiting. Maybe I'll cough and choke. I slept and I woke up well. Nothing, no sickness at all. I was so sad and I was heartbroken. I was thinking, what can I do again that I will die? What will I do that I will die? I was just thinking. Now, it was later, years later, I was now like, why did knife not even occur to me? Years later, I was like, if I badly wanted to die at that age, there was knife. But I don't know, at that point, knife did not even occur to me. Nothing else, just medication, because that was what I was used to seeing in Nollywood that works really fast.
Fast for them.
And I wanted to die without even feeling pains.
Wow.
I waited and then nothing happened. And I made a conclusion. I said, well, maybe God just wants me to stay small. And I told myself, I gave myself a time frame. I said, let me stay small. If I stay from now to these years and life doesn't get better, I'll just walk on the road and make sure that a vehicle hits me, knocks me down. I had that in mind. It was part of my plans. I said, if things do not get better and my dad do not let me leave this house, I will just wait for a day when vehicles are passing. Let me just go so that a car can knock me down, let me die. I had that in mind.
Thank you for watching Kingdom Come News. We hope you were blessed by this inspirational content. Please do well to subscribe to our channel, like and share with your friends. And don't forget to hit that notification button so that when we post an inspirational content like this, you'll be the first to be notified. Until then, remain blessed. See you in the next edition.